Good morning, everyone. reverse. Shoe circles. And reverse. And ping circles. And reverse. And reverse. And block. Okay, you can put away your sticks. Head turns. And center and head rolls. And down to center and reverse. And down to center and back up. Forward spinal wave. And reverse. And good. The qua. And reverse. And good. And reverse. And good. The windmill. And good. And the other side. And center. And good. Shoulders. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And alternates. When you do any of these exercises, but it's really easy to see in this one. When you're rolling your shoulder backward, and so that puts a Lee circle into the shoulder. But you're also doing a ping circle with the arm. So that's a flat circle. So the shoulder is going back, but it's also going around. And the elbow's going around, and especially the wrist is going around. Now, it doesn't have to be extreme like that, but you should still get that ping circle in there, all the way down to the fingertips. Yeah. Right, and then just the opposite going forward. Turn the wrist. center chest, lower back, center chest, lower back, center chest, lower back. And when you come out of center chest and into lower back, you want to really relax in the quad and a little bit of flex in the knees too. And reverse, same thing. Center chest, lower back. Center chest, lower back. And good. Elbows. Lower back. Center chest. Lower back. Center chest. When you do it that way, what raises your arm is your trunk, not your shoulder. All right? As you're in the lower back, come up into the center chest. I'm not even moving my shoulder. Lower back, center chest, and then there's a little shoulder at the end.
So this is the opposite of what we were just doing with the shoulders, is empty elbow, now
Yes,
shoulder.
exactly. So what you're really learning is this, it's not silk reeling. Silk reeling is just the means. The end of this is to um, is to control your energy body. Right? That's the point of all this. Right? Low, center chest, lower back, center chest, lower back, center chest. Now the shoulder comes in at the end, just a little bit. You could do this open handed. Or you can do it with a traditional fist. I don't remember who was here over the weekend, but I did talk about this exercise. This particular exercise is used all the time in Tai Chi, and it's used all the time in sparring. And it can be either defensive or offensive. All right? If it's offensive, you're going to use the tip of the elbow, boom, to strike. So instead of hitting with the fist, you're hitting with the elbow. Why would you use your elbow instead of your fist? Why not just use your fist? Jill?
Well, it's a lot pointier.
That's true.
Um, I would assume that if they're in close, it's it's going to be easier with your elbow.
Yes, that's exactly right. If they're out here, pop them with your fist. Well, you can't get to them with your elbow, so you pop them with your fist. All right. But if they're in close, if you try to hit them with your fist, you can't really do it because they're in too close. All right? Boom. So you use your elbow. That's the offensive part. But there's also a defensive part. And guys, it's really cool. You can learn so much about your mind and your energy body from the defensive part of this. And I wish I had a partner here to demonstrate this. And you can try it at home with a partner, right? This movement here, it's called brushing the chest. You're literally brushing the chest. That's the defensive move. And you go, well, all right, how is that defensive? Imagine that somebody's got their hand on your chest. There's two ways to get them off your chest, to block them off. The way that everybody does it, it's just sort of naturally without really thinking about it, is they block the other guy. So his hand comes in here, and you try to move his hand. But what happens when you're doing that? When you're pushing on his arm, you're giving him energy. If he's good, if he's practiced a lot, he'll literally steal that energy from you and turn it around and hit you with it. That's what Tai Chi is, all right? So you don't want to give the guy energy. Well, then how do you get him off your chest? When you're blocking like this, the energy is coming out, what's called the outer Lao Gung, right? On the outside, and it's coming out into the other guy. Boom. You don't want to do that. What's the alternative? The alternative is to use the inner Lao Gung and push the energy into yourself. This is so counterintuitive that the first dozen times you try it, you won't be able to do it. You'll still push the energy outward. After about a dozen times or so, suddenly you sort of click into it and you go, oh, okay, I got it, right? So, right, what you're doing is pushing the energy into yourself, and you're going like this. You can do it open-handed, or you can do it with a fist, either way. Okay, when the guy's hand comes on your chest, you have to have practiced this, because otherwise you'll do it wrong, right? What you do is you push the energy into you, and you block him off that way. And you go, what do you mean? What it feels like when you're pushing on someone's chest and they do that, what it feels like is they're coated with oil. They're made of Teflon, and you just fall off them. It's very peculiar, and it's very interesting to watch this. You can practice with a friend or your spouse. Just have them put their hand on, not enough to knock you over, but firmly, right? Not too light. Just moderate firmness, right? And push the energy into yourself. Come up from your lower back into your center chest and brush them off. Lower back, center chest. Lower back, center chest. Lower back, center chest. And if you get good at it, you can get somebody off you without really even thinking about it. That's the defensive part of this. So the offensive part, right, and the defensive part are the same thing. It depends on what you're doing with your mind. Am I being defensive, or am I being offensive? All right. Okay, the other side. and reverse. Peng, Lu, on, Qi, 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 Peng, Lu, on, Qi. When you do on, when you go down, something has to come up. Qi Chen Dan Qian, but also Shu Ling Ding Jing. Right? So when I go down, something in me goes up to the top of my head. Otherwise, what happens is the head comes down too, and you lose all your inner strength. It's too bad we don't have enough time this morning to really do this. But suppose you got a bungee cord. All right? So this is a stretchable bungee cord. If I go down and my head comes down too, the whole thing just collapses. There's nothing there, right? So in fact, when you go down, something else has to come up. Now you've really got energy in that cord. You can do something with that, all right? And also, all right, so suppose I have a bungee cord like this, and I say, Jill, push into this bungee cord. All right? Is that a problem? No, no problem. Okay, now push into the bungee cord. Now the cord's going to snap back on you. All right? That's the theory, and you can see that it works when you do it inside yourself. All right? Stretch that bungee cord. Stretch. 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 Okay, we'll do more on that tomorrow. We're running out of time here. But I hope you noticed when you do that and you do that stretch, don't you feel this kind of strength in your body?
Malcolm, I actually heard the noise. I heard the noise that a bungee cord makes when you stretch it out from inside my body.
That's good. Listen, this is really good for your body, right? Because you're stretching, relaxing, stretching, relaxing, stretching, relaxing. And so it's really good for your body because, of course, what you're stretching and relaxing is your qi. So you're moving it through your body like this. But it's also good for your head because as you do this, as you discover the right way to do this, right, what you feel is this real strong strength inside your body. And what happens when you feel really strong? Jill, what happens when you feel strong? Versus, you could feel just all weak and or you can feel strong.
You raise your spirit.
You raise your spirits, exactly right. It just happens. Okay, the wrist. And the other side. And double. And stretches. And the other side. And reverse. And the other side. And relax your joints. And the ankles. And rotate. And reverse. And the other side. And reverse. And close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Close. And open. Doling. And touch the earth. And close your pores. Salute our masters. And salute your classmates. Thank you, everyone. Guys, have a great day. We will see you tomorrow. Ciao.